They'll be calling you a radical. This is the wildlife research. They're here today. This is their volunteers that have the eagles. As you know, we've been widely reporting the death of the eagles here. So I just got off the phone with the director. These are just volunteers, so I didn't want to get volunteers. I spoke directly to the director. What they're saying now is the eagles fed, I didn't know this, a massive outbreak death of grebes. Now what are grebes? Grebes are shorebirds on the Great Salt Lake. They're prehistoric. They're one of the oldest species on Earth. They're magnificent creatures, really magnificent creatures. So they had a massive outbreak of grebes, and they're blaming that on the West Nile. But just like I said, in the winter, she says, yes, they're confused too. And then the eagles fed on the grebes. Now you think about this. This is a very acute situation as far as the grebes. We have the garfish, another prehistoric feature. They said once in 100 years you'll see one wash up. We've seen two wash up in 1 week. I grew up out there on the shore. You know, as you guys know, as I was making the decision on my bone marrow transplant or not, as we were going, which that wasn't my decision, I said I'll let them decide for me, and the sandpiper came right to me. I grew up watching these grebes. They run across the water. They are magnificent creatures, incredible creatures. She said thousands of them acutely just died, just like that. And so then the eagles fed on them. And I talked to her, I said, look, this isn't, you know, we need answers. We need transparency. They're going to outside sources for some tests. They're trying to, do it. This is an independent group. They try to do it by themselves. They rely on funding, but I said, how can we donate to you when we don't, the Sierra Club, all these have been captured and we've been burned. We need transparency. We need transparency in a legitimate way. This is a scary, acute situation. The grebes just don't look that. So what are we going to do? Wait till it's too late? Because this happens to people in a very acute way. Thousands and thousands of grebes, just boom, this winter. And they're blaming that on West Nile in the winter. I don't buy it a bit. Now we know that Westinghouse's secret Moxie fuel plant right behind my house, where they Moxie fuel from the weapons industry, Little Mountain, Ogden, Utah. That's right there on the Great Salt Lake, right on the edge of the Great Salt Lake. We know the Energy Solutions dump site right out there. As I protested over and over, we went out there when the San Onofre generator was changed out. I'm the only one that went out there. We went out there. I couldn't even get near it, but the woman I was with had a guy who counted this tens of thousands of times over St. Louis. We know that RadNet has their balloons out there and are reporting 3 hot wastes. We know that Energy Solutions is bankrupt. We know that they're burning nuclear fuel in Tennessee. By the way, I'll be in Tennessee for the Megan Rice's sentencing. I need a ride the 26th that night from the airport to near the port where I'm going to stay. We know that they've been delisted. We know they're under. There's nobody watching the store. I go out there and protest all the time. By myself, nobody will show up. Everybody's in denial about this. Fukushima rage. We know the 350 open air tests in Utah by ACUTE. But for all of a sudden, these prehistoric fish on the edge of the Great Salt Lake, all of a sudden, boom, die. The eagles who migrate from Alaska, boom, feed on them, then die. And people are not running around with their hair on fire, screaming. This is a very acute situation, and very scary. And like I said, the 5 that they had, there's only 3 left alive. They're dying fast. What killed the grebes? They're saying West Nile. I don't buy it one iota. Not one iota. My guess is I would stake my reputation on Energy Solutions, another accident out there because no one's minding the score under the Patriot Act. That's what happens when you give up all transparency because you're afraid. That's what the Patriot Act did. We're paying the price for being a bunch of cowards. No transparency. So was the grebes. Massive, thousands of them died. The eagles feeding on the grebes, which that's a fact. What killed the grebes? Prehistoric, magnificent little birds. They dance on the water. They run across the top of the water when they go up. One of the oldest species on this earth, just like the garfield. No Fukushima, no radiation. Stand denial all you want. Kevn Blanch, stand to it.